Now look at this, an orange ball, which no one's ever thought of. See, you're already following it way better. Look at his eyes. You're looking more engaged now.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the things that Josh Safdie's 2025 sports epic, based on the life of Marty Reisman, got right and wrong. Make sure you've seen Marty Supreme before watching this video, because a major spoiler warning is now in effect.
I thought my chances were pretty good against Victor Barnum. That's my general impression, you know, even though he was a 5-time world champion.
Number 10. Marty's bathtub fell through the floor. Wrong.
Frank Gay, coming out escape right now. Oh. I'm on a new level.
There is no historical evidence that Marty Reisman ever fell through the floor of a seedy hotel bathtub, nor was he known for that degree of destructive misadventure. The sequence in Marty Supreme is a pure cinematic contrivance designed to make Marty feel chaotic, unstoppable, and pinned beneath the weight of his own swagger.
Come on, he's right here. Marty Balla had to be a boss.
It is also a quick shorthand for the Safdie style: frantic, unsanitary, slightly dangerous, and morally messy. Reisman's real life certainly had grime on it. He hustled table tennis in smoky back rooms, lived hand-to-mouth early on, and thrived in off-the-books games. But nothing in his memoir or public interviews suggests he was ever plunged through rotten floorboards while someone unfortunate occupied the room below.
This drama is very important to me. I can't undercut the drama.
Number 9. Marty talked his way into a hotel upgrade. Right.
In Wembley's Empire Pool, the finals of the British Table Tennis Championships.
The English Championship is considered second in importance to the World Tournament, and I was going in full of confidence because I thought I knew I was one of the best players in the world.
During the 1949 World Championship in London, the real-life Marty found his assigned accommodations beneath him, using charm and deceit to move himself into a more glamorous location. In the movie, the Ritz becomes symbolic of Marty's self-image. He believes he belongs in the finest spaces regardless of who pays.
There was no one better than Marty in Marty's eyes, which is good for him, you know. So he was sure that when he went on the table, he was confident he would win, you know, although he could lose very badly, you know, but in Marty's eyes, that was an off day.
In reality, Reisman relocated to the pricier Cumberland Hotel and billed the English Table Tennis Association for everything he could charge to his room, even dry cleaning and telephone calls. The association refused to cover the bill, but that did nothing to dampen Marty's audacity. Josh Safdie's telling adds colorful flourishes, including Hollywood starlets and ludicrous room service orders, but the essence is correct. Marty upgraded himself and made someone else pay.
The vigor of the teenaged New Yorker is the winning factor, and Marty Reisman is Britain's new table tennis champ. Congratulations to a gallant winner.
Number 8. Marty lost the World Championship in Japan. Wrong.
Well, I was very elated to have won that the English Championship because my reputation spread throughout the world. I was invited to India, I was invited to Australia, New Zealand, and the Orient, and to Europe and so forth. So that immediately established me as one of the top players in the world, officially, that is.
The movie turns Marty's defining failure into a dramatic showdown in Japan, complete with patriotic tension, a rival genius, and a crushing loss. In fact, the real moment that broke Marty Reisman happened elsewhere, in Bombay at the 1952 World Championships.
Held for the first time in India, the 19th World Table Tennis Championships opened in Bombay with a parade of the competitors. Teams from 26 countries, the flower of youth from the East and the West, rallied under one international banner.
That's where Reisman and the world's best players ran into Hiroji Sato, a slight, unassuming Japanese newcomer whose secret weapon wasn't mystique, but technology. Reisman lost to him early, was devastated, and later tracked him to Japan for a rematch, but refused to adopt the new equipment, calling sponge play fraud and deception. It's a fantastic story, but it unfolded in India, not in Japan the way Marty Supreme imagines.
Sato, every now and then, with an imperceptible twist of the wrist, was able to produce an uncanny amount of spin where the ball would just slide off your racket and go into the bottom of the net.
And it's not as if he were playing well. He just stood there, let the ball hit the racket, and it came back at you in a way that no one had ever seen before.
Number 7. Marty worked in a shoe shop. Right.
How you doing?
Hard. Look what I got for you.
What is this?
Check it out.
What am I looking at?
Turn it over.
Manager?
This detail isn't flashy, but it is real. Like many Depression-era prodigies, Marty Reisman worked odd jobs as a teenager to support his training, his family obligations, and his European travel ambitions. A shoe shop served as one of the places where he earned a paycheck while practicing his game in every spare hour.
It's been good for my soul to see this up close in person.
I don't want to.
I'm not a shoe salesman. I'm not a shoe salesman.
Well, see, I don't want to discuss this.
No, but I do
okay?
want to discuss it now, because when I'm back from my trip, this is over. I'm not coming back here and doing this. Speaking of which, can we settle up now? I gotta buy my plane ticket.
We'll settle at closing.
I wanted to see the travel agent on my lunch break.
You'll never come back after your lunch break.
That's what you think of me?
The film uses this beat to underline Marty's status as a scrapper, someone whose talent was at odds with his economic situation. In truth, Reisman was not a passive clerk. His habit of hustling for advantage started early. He wagered on himself in pickup matches, sold goods at markups abroad, and charmed adults into giving him opportunities that far exceeded his age.
This kid understands the character better than he does.
Excuse me?
Tell him what you just told me.
Nah, I don't
No,
want
tell
to.
him.
No, I was just
Just
saying you
told
didn't
me.
really seem like you were in the scene is all.
Who is this?
He's nobody.
Also,
That's the point.
you know, in my experience, only children hold a knife like this. If it's a serious fight, you hold your knife like this.
This is
wrist
not a
squared to
street
blade.
fight.
Number 6. Marty's partnership with Milton Rockwell. Wrong.
It's one of those serendipitous things in life. I got a phone call from Josh Safdie and Ronnie Bronstein, who co-wrote Uncut Gems, a film I loved with Adam Sandler. And they said, listen, there's this guy named Milton Rockwell. He's the richest man in America, royalty guy. He kind of reminds us as we're writing him of that guy on Shark Tank, you.
Milton Rockwell, played by a perfectly cast Kevin O'Leary, exists to personify the predatory forces that hover around trained athletes. He's a financer, a fixer, and a scold who alternately dangles riches and threatens ruin.
How do you relate to the Marty character? Do you?
Yes, I remember being Marty. I know what that's like, and that's why I think my character connected with his. He was almost like a father-son thing going on there. But I expected him, and so would the character, to listen to what I said.
No single real-world figure ever fits that description in Reisman's life. In reality, Reisman managed his own mythology and operated more as a solo hustler than a kept talent. He accepted stakes and sponsorships, but he moved freely and never relied on a towering patron with the ability to ruin him outright. Rockwell's narrative role is symbolic. He represents the power elite that needs Marty's talent more than Marty needs its approval, and that dynamic is thematic invention rather than historical fact.
You know, the more I read it, the more I got into it, and they were also pretty smart. They let me accommodate my own comments about Milton, what he would have said in 52, who he was in 52, and why he would have said that, and they adjusted the script. So I really felt I owned that character by the time we shot it.
Number 5. Marty toured with the Harlem Globetrotters. Right.
At Chicago Stadium, the top-notch Minneapolis Lakers play the Harlem Globetrotters in an exhibition game. And what an exhibition it turns out to be. The Globetrotters in striped trunks feature trigger-quick ball handling and play a kind of game that might be called basketball bebop. Bebop?
This is one of the most delightful truths the movie retains. Reisman really did travel with the Harlem Globetrotters, providing table tennis exhibitions that functioned as novelty entertainment alongside the team's legendary basketball showmanship. The pairing made perfect sense. Reisman possessed a flair for spectacle, loved an audience, and could deliver astonishing trick shots that set crowds roaring.
Well, no one knows what's coming next. It's all ad-lib and anything for a laugh. Even in slow motion, their magical hands fool you.
The Globetrotters connection reminds modern viewers that Reisman earned broad cultural exposure, not merely niche fame. His style and persona were fully formed long before the film's timeline, and that flamboyance was authentic. When Marty Supreme shows the fictionalized Marty Mouser dazzling crowds as a touring performer rather than a mere competitor, it's pulled straight from the public record.
They won't go into high gear with their basketball buffoonery till the game, but in the crowd, Roy Campanella is already getting his kicks. It's a benefit game against the Philadelphia Spas, and the Trotters show they can play it straight and slick, as if anybody doubted or cared. It's the court comedy of Meadowlark Lemon, Wilt Chamberlain and company that draws the crowds and baffles the opposing team and the referees.
Number 4. Marty had an affair with a childhood friend. Wrong.
I have a purpose. And if you think that's some sort of blessing, it's not. It means I have an obligation to see a very specific thing through, and with that obligation comes sacrifice.
One of the biggest emotional threads in Marty Supreme is Marty's tumultuous relationship with Rachel, the long-suffering partner he leaves behind in New York, played by Odessa Azayan. Pregnant, isolated, and increasingly furious, she represents everything Marty is running from: responsibility, adulthood, and the consequences of his hustle-first worldview.
Everything in my life's falling apart, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Do you need any help? I could help you. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm telling you, this game, it fills stadiums overseas.
Her presence drives some of the film's most painful beats, culminating in Marty abandoning her while she is 8 months pregnant and in the hospital. But here's the reality. Rachel is a total Safdie invention. Reisman certainly lived a chaotic and unconventional life, but Rachel, and the emotional fallout attached to her, is a symbolic device, not a historical figure. She exists to show what Marty loses in the pursuit of fame, not to reflect a real woman left behind.
Hey, I'll rip that unibrow right off his forehead!
You want to get physical? Like an ape?
Number 3, Cotto Endo was a real person. Right, kind of.
As the tournament started, there were all sorts of rumors about the Japanese. The Japanese had invented a new kind of racket, invented by a Japanese scientist. They were practicing in secret behind closed doors. Nobody was allowed to watch them play. And so, of course, we had a kind of the American cockiness. The Europeans felt the same way about it. We just discounted the Japanese.
Cotto Endo, Marty's cool and unshakable Japanese rival, never existed. He's a composite drawn from 2 places: actor Koto Kawaguchi, a real deaf table tennis champion, and Hiroji Sato, the player who beat Marty Reisman during the 1952 World Championships. The Osaka venue packed with fans and broadcast nationwide? That part mirrors history.
Nobody really understood what was happening, the amount of spin because the ball reversed itself. It's a very complicated kind of thing. The response off the racket with the sponge is entirely different from the pimpled rubber.
It's a kind of catapult. Whatever effect you put on the ball, it comes back at you with twice the effect. So they were losing against their own spins. They were losing against the beauty of their own game.
What the film leaves out is why Sato dominated. He used a pioneering foam-padded racket that baffled opponents. In Marty Supreme, Endo wields a basic wooden paddle and wins through sheer poise. So the rivalry is real in spirit, but the name, backstory, and details are inventions crafted to shape Marty's myth.
He was more surprised than anyone else when he found himself the world singles champion. And he was received by 1 million people, they say, who lined the streets of Tokyo to greet back their first world champion, not only in table tennis, but in any athletic sport ever.
Number 2, Marty had an affair with an older Hollywood star. Wrong.
I have a purpose.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you make money at this little table tennis thing?
Not yet.
Do you have a job?
No.
Kay Stone, Gwyneth Paltrow's fading Hollywood beauty who seduces Marty, introduces him to her husband Milton Rockwell, and even slips him a diamond necklace to pawn, is pure invention. There's no record of Marty Reisman ever romancing a movie star or being swept into high society by a glamorous benefactor.
How do you live?
Well, I live with the confidence if I believe in myself, the money will follow.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
That said, the idea isn't coming out of thin air. Reisman did move in surprising circles thanks to New York's Riverside Table Tennis Club, a place where everyone from school kids to United Nations diplomats, and even wheelchair athletes and the occasional chimpanzee in short pants picked up a paddle. The film turns that brush with fame into a romantic fantasy, but the truth is simpler. Marty dazzled the stars. He didn't date them.
Hello?
Hey, it's Marty Mauser. I'm in the Royal Suite. I saw you in the lobby yesterday.
Okay.
Well, I never talked to an actual movie star. You know, I'm something of a performer, too.
Are you?
Yeah, you don't believe me? You what? What? You got the Daily Mail in front of you?
This is you?
Yeah, the chosen one. It's a nice picture, right?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, the beehives at Auschwitz. Right.
Hellscape trails Mauser 2 games to 0. Game and match point, Mauser.
Let's have a little fun with this one. Okay. Have a little fun, right?
The wildest moment in Marty Supreme also turns out to be the one with the deepest historical roots. The film shows Bela Kletsky, recognized by Nazi guards for his table tennis skill, assigned to bomb disposal duty outside the camp and discovering wild beehives. In a quietly astonishing act, he smears honey on his chest and brings it back to the barracks so fellow prisoners can taste something sweet. While the honey detail is fictional, Bela is modeled on a real Jewish champion, Aloji Erich, who is indeed forced to disarm bombs in a concentration camp. The scene becomes the film's moral compass. Bela risks himself to give others a moment of relief, while Marty spends the entire story chasing glory for himself. Have you seen Marty Supreme? If so, what do you think? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.